Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Emmanuel Forum. Pastor Will here, and I am here with Jarrod Kozee from On the Spot Aid of Englewood. Jarrod, thanks for having us here today.
Well, thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Hey, we've got some questions we want to ask you. On the Spot Aid is our new outreach emphasis, new partner with Emmanuel. Jarrod, what inspired the founding of On the Spot Aid? How did it start?
On the Spot Aid began approximately 5 years ago. Our founders were both, one's a nurse, one's a paramedic, and they were working with the Homeless Coalition down in Charlotte County. Down there, they were handing out food, doing typical things that are needed for the homeless, but then they realized that there's a massive gap between healthcare and homelessness. That gap there's many reasons for that gap. Sometimes it's because they don't want to be seen. They don't want to know anybody, or they don't want anybody to know that they're homeless. Sometimes it's a situation where they've been to a hospital and they felt like they've been mistreated. So they don't seek a lot of medical attention. So together, the two of them began bringing their skills, just doing basic first aid to those who would come in. They noticed that during that time period before they began doing it, a lot of them would come in with sores on their bodies from sleeping in the woods. They would have injuries, and these injuries would build up to the point to where they would become infected. And then the next thing you know, they're in the hospital for an extended stay. Wow. So one of the byproducts of helping out with this was the fact that that extended stay becomes very costly, and it begins clogging up the healthcare system. And they noticed that if you can treat a wound with a $15 treatment over a week or two, if they can get enough trust and help them out before it becomes infected, it'll keep them out of that hospital.
In the beginning, right?
In the beginning, that's how it started.
Wow. And Jarrod, how did you personally become involved with the organization?
I'll be honest. I'm a paramedic.
Okay.
And at my age, I'm an old timer in the EMS field.
Okay.
So I teach EMT and paramedic class with Suncoast, and I was just looking for something more to help out, and I saw an advertisement about an outreach for homeless, and I thought, hey, I'll come out down there and help. And next thing I knew, I was in this.
You were a part of it. Wow, that's exciting. So you're bringing your gifts as a paramedic to the organization.
I am
as well.
Yeah. It's been an experience for me.
So On the Spot Aid is very much a medically focused organization for the homeless. What are some of the services you provide in this place? By the way, we're at 655 North Indiana Avenue here in Englewood. And how do these services impact the homeless community?
Well, of course, the services, we do what we call street medicine. And in street medicine, that's where we're going to where they're at. Okay. When there's an organization that's holding a dinner event, showers, something like that to help out, we try to come there and we try to help out. That's what we call our street medicine. And what we do is we're not going in there debriding wounds like home health care would be doing, or stitching things up as you would see in a major clinic. What we're doing is basic first aid and educating them on what they can do to help keep these from getting worse. So that was the original start of On the Spot, but it has advanced since then. Since then, we have become a Narcan distributor for the state of Florida. Okay. We are the only Narcan distributor in South Sarasota County. And, I know Narcan is used for opiates, and the opiate overdose crisis is huge in this country. And the way we look at it is nobody gets better if they die. So the thing is getting them out there, and no matter how many times we have to get the Narcan out to them, the hope is to get them better in the long run.
Absolutely.
We not only do that, we've branched into CPR and first aid training for other charitable organizations at cost of the card, where you're talking about $100, $150 classes we do for $5.
Wow.
just the cost of the car. We try to do that for all the other organizations. And we began into what we call recuperative care. And in recuperative care, it's a situation where they may not be sick enough for a hospital stay, or they may have extended their hospital stay, but they're not strong enough to be out in the woods or out on the streets. So we bring them in for a 1 to 3 day stay. We make sure that they're getting their meals, they're getting the rest that they need, and the education required for their situation. Our nurses will come in and say hi and talk to them, and just try to help them out a little bit, what they can help out with. And not only that, just doing an immediate treatment doesn't end. It doesn't end the problem.
Okay.
Oftentimes, they do get referred to other clinics, and a physician will write a prescription, and that prescription may cost them $30 to get. Well, to some, $30 might as well be $30,000.
Yes.
So we have began with a prescription assistance, any non-narcotic medications, first rounds, especially antibiotics.
Okay.
We will purchase for them and take them and pick them up, take them to their physician's appointments to get them.
That's wonderful. And it sounds like that could be a potential opportunity for our members to help out with you all. So what are those opportunities then for us to get involved with On the Spot? What are the ways that we can help you out? What are your needs?
We have various ways that people help us out. We have donors, people who, they gather together and they bring us medical supplies. They bring us supplies for our recuperative care center. Some offer cash donations. We have companion volunteers.
Okay.
And a companion volunteer, they will come out with the nurses, with the paramedics and the EMTs, and they will come out there and sit down and just talk to people. Well, our companion volunteers generally carry things such as preventative things such as bug spray, try to get bike lights out to them so they don't get injured on the streets. Yeah. Different things. They sit down, they gather their trust, and that's the big thing. The big thing about On the Spot, and when I came on board, our founders absolutely wanted me to understand that we're not doing we're up here reaching down to help you. We're coming out to where they're at. We're a horizontal rather than a lateral approach, because, hey, we're right here beside you. We're right here with you.
You're accompanying
you.
them,
Are
right?
a human being. We're a human being. We know medical, but you could teach us something that you know. And I could tell you right now, there are plenty of them out there on the streets that have degrees.
Yes.
And they found themselves in bad situations. So the approach that we do in our companion volunteers are very vital for that. Our companion volunteers can come on as drivers for us.
Okay.
We have a retired emergency response vehicle from the Red Cross that has been donated.
Oh, so that's what's out front there.
That's what's out front there.
Okay. All
It is
right.
in the process right now of being a complete new wrapping and a rebuild on the inside to create like a small little mobile area where they can come in and look at. So we could use drivers and assistants, people to assist us with that. We have a Subaru hatchback that we can use to transport them around. So if anybody would be interested in just driving people to and from appointments, would be absolutely amazing for us.
Wonderful. That sounds like a lot of ways that we could help out with your organization. So we'll post the information that you can reach out to Jarrod and On the Spot Aid, and you can have a conversation with them and find out ways that you can participate in this great program that accompanies our sisters and brothers out here in Englewood. So what do you see, Jarrod, as what's your vision or the vision of On the Spot Aid for the future? And how can we help play a role in that too? I heard bits and pieces of it. It sounds like things are coming to fruition. I think it's so innovative that you have the ambulance you're redoing there. What do you see the future for On the Spot? What does it look like?
The future of On the Spot is when we talk about a future, we realize something, especially the clientele that we deal with is homeless. Mm-hmm. We're never going to end homelessness. And when people ask me what we do about it, I try to tell them the fact that it's in the Bible itself.
Mm-hmm.
We're told the poor will always be amongst you.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to be able to end homelessness. But what we can do is we can all work together to make it a little less miserable. A little known statistic that people don't realize is 1 year in being homelessness ages the body up to 7 years.
Wow.
So that is a huge statistic and a huge thing that happens to people. So when it comes to the future of On the Spot, we would like to be able to partner with other charity organizations out there that are helping and bring our skills to your organization as well, and
Absolutely.
and be able to provide just that basic medical care that will prevent that sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes, homelessness and illness can add to public health crisis.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you for example. Now, I believe the number was 4 malaria cases just last year. And unfortunately, out of those 4, 3 of them were homeless in Sarasota County.
Wow.
So that's one of those situations we want to be able to help. It doesn't just help the homeless, it actually helps the entire community when we do help the homeless.
And help together, as you said. It sounds, the story you said about these organizations coming together here in South Sarasota County is an important story to be told, because you all are really making an impact down here, and the rest of us, so to speak, in the county can learn a lot from the way you all are coming together and networking to make a difference down here.
I think it falls upon the philosophy of our founders, because our founders said, when I come on board, hey, we need to focus on what we're good at. And what we're good at is the medical portion, the first aid portion, the education of healthcare, the preventative things. Let those others who are good at housing people work on housing. Let those who are good at feeding the hungry feed the hungry. Let those who can clothe those who are cold clothe them. So if we all come together and we all do the part that we have, because everybody out there has a skill.
That's right.
Everybody has a skill, and if you can use that skill to help others beside you, that's more wealth than you will ever build in a bank account. Because what you store in here inside is going to, that's where you're going to cash in at the end of it all.
Wow. You heard it right there, everyone. What a way to start off the year. Outreach, emphasis, on the spot aid. Jarrod Kozee, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it. Come learn more about this great organization and how you can help out. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Remember, God is with you.